Can you give us an update on the squad fitness ahead of tomorrow night?
Squad fitness is that we only have one change in the squad, and that's that Ryan Jack is out because he has too much problem with his ankle. So he will be not in the squad and not playing tomorrow.
Is that just for tomorrow, or does Ryan face a longer spell out than that?
No, I think it's not that serious. Of course, he had a injury. He got a knock on his ankle during the game, which gave him a lot of discomfort. So hopefully we can make him ready in the next days to train again. So it's not a serious injury. Only the game tomorrow is too soon. Of course, with with a tight schedule and many games in a week, sometimes the game just comes too quick.
Giovanni, after that great win at the weekend, have you now set the standard? Is that the team now set the standard, and you won't allow the standards to drop following that great win against Hearts?
Well, yeah, of course. I think I mentioned also after the game. We show the way we can play, and that's our standards. That's the level you want to reach every game. Not only playing wise, tactically, but also character wise. And this is definitely the way to go forward, and to make sure also tomorrow we keep those levels high, and make sure we have the same performance.
How key is it to make sure you look at Alfredo Morelos was excellent at the weekend? How key is it not to be reliant on players and making sure that everyone is chipping in and taking the burden off each other?
Well, that's very important. Of course, Morelos is important for our play, as you saw also against Hearts. With the link-up play with him, with his runs, of course, his presence in the 18-yard box, and. But again, the threat we had on Sunday was in different areas. If you see only the goal scorers, different goal scorers, Morelos too, but also 3 different other goal scorers. So that's what you want. You want a team who's capable of creating chances, not only from players up front, but also from midfield players. So that's also I think very important in our game.
Hi Giovanni, just on Morelos, obviously he's out of contract next summer. I just wonder if there have been any conversations over a new deal for Morelos, and if not, how high up a priority is that for you to tie a player like that down who's so important?
Well, I didn't have a chat with him about his long-term future, but he's definitely a player who is important for us, for the club as well, and I think he's enjoying his football at the moment. So if your player is out of contract after next season, of course I think the talks will happen somewhere this year to see how the future is for both sides. So, but I'm happy with Morelos and happy with the performances he's putting putting it on the pitch. So more than happy with him. And contract wise, we have to somewhere this season. I think talks will begin.
Can I also just pick up on the unfortunate Ryan Jack news? I think the player had taken to social media to really vent his frustration at the challenge. Can I just confirm if the injury was from the challenge with Bringame? I think that the Hearts player, and what you made of that challenge, it wasn't cautioned by the referee.
Well, it was definitely I saw during the match, I saw the tackle was taking place. I immediately saw that he had problems with his ankle or with his lower foot, because Ryan Jack is not someone who's he's a very tough player. So once he feels something, he will let that know. And he was injured, so it was a challenge. The ref didn't see it as a challenge, so the game went on. But it was definitely a foul, and definitely that moment which made his injury. He had, of course, a lot of adrenaline to play on, because his character is like that. But now the game for tomorrow comes too soon. But it's directly related with the tackle. Yeah.
Just to go back to Ryan Jack, there were similar tackles on Balogun and Bassey, and full time after a 5-0 win, your captain's remonstrating with the referee at the final whistle. Did you find that a little odd, considering how the game had gone?
Well, I mean, we are happy with the results. Of course, a booking is a booking. Although you have the idea that you play the ball. I think in the situations you just mentioned, both Leon and both Calvin thought they were at the ball first and hit the ball, normally. So, but. A yellow card is a yellow card. If you keep accumulating yellow cards, it will definitely be a suspension. So I can understand the thinking of my players, but overall you have to be happy with the 5-0 and move on, because as I said before, the ref is taking the decisions. He's taking the decisions with the knowledge and the view he has got on the pitch. And we have to respect that. It's quite easy to watch the tackles afterwards and say, okay, there are no fouls, but the ref doesn't have a replay. He doesn't have VAR, so it's those are difficult moments for him as well. But as I said, you just have to go on and make sure all thinking and all the only thing you have to do is to prepare for the next match.
Now that signings have come in, Rangers really have quite a lot of midfield options. Do you see that you're coming into a period of heavy rotation in the squad, or would you always prefer to start with a settled team?
Well, it's just that's I can depend on every moment. It's depending on how your players feel. It depends how the opponent plays, which competition you're in. So, as you said, we have quite a fit squad. Only Haji and of course now Ryan Jack are not available through injury, but otherwise we have a full squad. So I'm really happy because there was a time in this year where we didn't have a lot of players available, a lot of players out. So. Very good luxury for me to go into every game and see what's needed and what kind of players I need for the game. But I think it's an ongoing process. Of course, you want to that the team is settled, but sometimes you need to rotate.
Giovanni, when we spoke to you last week, you said it's in these times that you can learn the most. How much do you feel you've learned from the midweek disappointment to the response against Hearts at the weekend?
No, I think what I've learned is that we reacted well, and I think we picked up different areas of our play which wasn't good enough on the midweek game, and we really improved in that. We were quite aggressive. We were pressing, at the right moments with the whole team, and just didn't let Hearts escape from an easy build-up. So that was, I think, very good for me to see that we reacted in the way we wanted, and of course, we were, very dominating, and I think that's also good to see. And the case is now to go on this path and to make sure we keep the levels, and also be sharp and also able to confront when players aren't doing that or making mistakes. Just make sure you keep that level as a team as well. For me, of course, as a coach from the sidelines, but also as a team. And I saw that on Wednesday. So everyone was pushing each other, helping each other, coaching each other, and make sure we did everything to win the game.
Of course, an opportunity to continue that against Hibs tomorrow, who are not on the greatest run. What are you expecting from them?
Well, I think we can expect a similar I think a similar game in system wise. They played Hips played Hearts last week with the same systems with 5 in the back. So we are prepared well, and we all also know we had a tough game when we were last time playing Hips away. So it's a new game, but our main objective is the way we are and behave ourselves, and that has to be the same as we had on Sunday against Hearts.
Aaron Ramsey came on to make his debut on Sunday. In terms of his fitness levels, is he ready to start games, and are you tempted to pitch him in, start him tomorrow?
No, I don't think he's ready to start yet. I mean, you could see the difference when he came in and really just joined the team sessions in training, and also his first minutes in the game last Sunday. So, Aaron is improving each day, and I think it's good to see the difference he already made in a week, and he will become better and better. And but starting a game for him is too soon. But as I said before, he will be closer in starting a game the more minutes he play and the more sessions he has with the team.
And I wonder if you could give us an update on Filip Helander. I know he's not in the European squad. There was hope when he initially got injured he'd be back around Christmas time, but it seems to be dragging on. Is there any update, and what is the issue with him at the moment?
Well, Filip, of course, was a hard decision to leave him out of the European squad, because we had only 23 players we could put on the list. So at that time, I choose for the players who were fit and to play games, and also players who can play in different roles. But for Filip, he's really close in starting, giving minutes again. So hopefully we can involve him in the weekend so he starts playing, and also be involved with the squad in the league and in the cup competition. But the only competition he cannot play is in Europe. But once he will make his minutes, he will be back in the squad as well. So it's looking for him quite positive. So he will be back playing really soon.